per tradition, it's going to start right mid-sentence here. Great. We're
Yeah.
live. And with that, Tom's going to take it for a minute to win it.
All right, minute to win it. Here you go. John's letting it warm up and whatnot. But what I wanted to talk about today is, how aesthetically pleasing is it to be looking at us and get the full 4 block? A lot of times you don't know. We have one on top, one around. It's never fitting perfectly. Even when it's me and John, we're kind of in the middle. You get Mark here. It was so nice to have Mark, but honestly, he left it off kilter aesthetically. Now I just want to say, look at this really nice paneled 4-part piece, and I hope you guys are all enjoying it as much as I am. I like looking at this a lot better than the last one. So I mean, hell, that's my minute to win it. I think a 4x4 frame reminds me of 4 square. Wow. It reminds me of
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, pickleball court. Almost.
I was going to say an ESPN debate group.
Boom.
Exactly. Yeah, that's sports.
Yes, that's sports again.
Yes. And it is, John, you're now definitely, and today, definitely outnumbered when it comes to sportos in the group now. I guess me and Mark already outweighed your
ass. Are you kidding me? I play for the Eagles, brah.
Yeah, I know you do. You love to soar.
John Runyon is a football player. Facts.
There's a John Runyon playing for the Packers right now.
Oh, that's his son.
That's the son.
Got traded. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We don't talk about him though at the table.
Oh, I see.
The family.
All right, Johnny, let's start it off.
All right, I'm on that petty stuff, you guys. Shout out to football, but the best drum roll a guy can give you on a glass desk. Hey, everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy John on Demand, aka These Locks Are Locked back into South Dakota. I've been on the road, Wichita, Denver, everywhere in between. It's been a lot of fun. Shout out to all the cool comic shops. Shout out to Denver Fan Expo for a great convention. And shout out to the Meow Wolf art exhibit. If you guys haven't checked it out, totally check it out. It was a great experience. And I just want to shout out to my boy Sean Leslie for getting me out and about on that crazy adventure to Denver. It was a lot of fun. So with that, I am joined by co-CEO Tom Devine. There can only be one Midwest Highlander. Soon we're going to settle that at SuperCon because we have a Highlander coming to SuperCon. And of course, you guys, brother from another mother, great from another state. It's your boy Mark, aka Begging and Boarding Bad Boy. And we are beyond thrilled right now. We are welcoming the newest family member to a comic book look. And this is a big deal because we don't do this super duper often. But Sam is, I call him the new hot rod at Rainbow, because he's still, pretty young at Rainbow right now. But he's the new hot rod on the comic book look parking lot. Newest car at the dealership. That is a comic book look. And welcome to the team, Sam. And thank you
for having me. That's really
awesome.
Yeah, it's really kind of you guys to let me come on here and talk just talk your ears off about stuff I've had in my head for like years and no one to talk to about. So this really worked out for me.
Yeah.
Sam, I want to say we're so excited. We've had a long history of really awesome brethren who have made it through. Hey, John, sometimes
my coaster just went flying. Holy shit.
Through the 12 years, right? We started with Skylar. We got Ken right away. And then we added Sarge. Every once in a while I get to still see Sarge. It's so nice at the comic shop. Yeah. Then we got Mark. Mark's been around since those original times, now on here. So it just feels really good for you to join this community. And that's what it is, Sam. It's like we are just respectful of your ideas and opinions and comments. And we just love to have people that are passionate about what they read and what they find. So it's really awesome to have you on. And yeah man, it's been fun getting to know you at Rainbow, getting to know you on the show. And then I assure you, we will get to know each other a lot now that we'll probably be hanging out every week.
That's for sure. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a blast.
Exactly.
Heck yeah. With that, first comment coming in the door here. Randy's checking in with us. Thank you so much for tuning in, Randy. So through YouTube, Thank you so much, Randy. And hey, back to you. And hopefully you're having a good week as well. So with that, we wanted to get to know you, Sam. And so this part is totally impromptu. I don't even know what I'm going to ask you yet. I'm going to think about that right now as I rattle off these instructions. But guys, we're going to get to know Sam really quick over the next 5 minutes or so. So Sam, first of all, we talked about what comics are your absolute favorite. What is one book that you avoid?
That I actively avoid?
That you actively avoid. You see it and run on the shelf.
There's not a whole lot I would do that with. I'm always willing to give something a read, but I think
It's a great question, John.
Cerebus.
Yeah,
fair. That's awesome.
don't give that psychopath Dave Simony.
Yeah,
love.
it's a bit weird. I'm like, no, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer reading issues like when they come out, or do you stack them up and read them Netflix style, getting to binge them a little bit?
Oh, I can't wait. I gotta read them all. I gotta read them all as they go.
Okay.
I'll ruin it. It'll ruin it for me because there's some stuff that's like, here's a 12-issue maxi series. It'll take a year and a half to come out.
Yeah.
And then, like, do you remember that Batman Catwoman run by Tom King? Yeah. Every time that new issue came out, I had to reread the old one just to remember what was going on.
Heck yeah.
It was like I have to read it right then, but then it's kind of shoots me in the leg half the time because I'm like, what happened last time? Because some of these books come out once a month, so it's like it's 30 days difference.
Yeah, and also that has to just do with how mediocre that book was. It didn't hit your memory banks the way it should. Where there's some books that are like thick and heady, and it'll be like some real Hickman shit where it's like, what is possibly going on, and you don't have to recap it because it's just like in the middle of your head. So yeah, I feel you, dog. I also like to read mine right away, but yes,
Yeah.
I mean, when he wrote Strange Adventures, I read that all in one go, and that was very good. So maybe I should just read all of it as 12 issues again. Maybe I'd enjoy it better.
Well, Tom King is very, he writes a lot like a novel. So I mean, that's why his collections sell so well. Also, after the series, I bet his collections always sell more than his actual comic books.
Probably.
But with a lot of other people, that's not the case. Especially like a Nightwing. You ever try to read collected Nightwing? It's never as good as when you're getting it week by week by week by week.
Yeah.
I haven't. No, I might have to do that one then.
Next question: long box or short box preference?
Long box.
My
You're gonna fill it up anyway.
Part on the back.
You got to fill it up anyway. So yeah, you get that long box.
Do you do dividers in your collection?
I should.
Okay.
I really should. I don't right now.
What do you hold on? I know this is questions for Sam. I'm gonna interrupt a whole bunch because
All
I
right.
asked that question.
John,
John,
a moment.
do you use dividers in your?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Mark, do you?
No.
Yeah, good. No,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would use as my divider. I mean, do you use a long box? Or, I mean, a board, or what do you use?
So mine are plastic ones that actually came in a used collection, and I just flipped them over and used the empty side. And so, yeah,
He's got some cool ones that fit the box perfectly. I see. Okay.
That's
He
less
works
room for the comics.
Gosh, next question. Do you board your comics?
Not all of them.
Okay.
I do the ones that I think are like a little more special to me, or if like I don't really do speculator stuff mostly, but like if it's something like everybody thinks is going to be, like, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I'll board it. Or if it's a one shot thing, I don't plan on getting any more, then I'll board it. Otherwise, if it's like a series thing, I usually put it all in like a series thing. Like, here's 24 issues of this, so I can go back and read it all in one swing.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And then my follow-up question to the dividers: when you go to shops, I've seen this both ways. Is your preference to have the books of a divider before the divider or after it? So is the divider in front of the series or after it? Because when I go to Minnesota, it's opposite of our system at Rainbow, and it drives me crazy.
It's the book's got to be after.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
so you're saying in Minnesota they have it before, so you get to
oh my god!
like you go to X and then
At
you're
Aaron's
Y?
shop, Comic Book College, and I told
Yeah.
Aaron this. I'm like, "What is going on? I can't
You're badass.
navigate." Yeah.
Honestly, all you got to do is move those dividers, Aaron. So you don't even have to change it.
I should have started doing that. That would have made everybody so mad at me. Oh.
To them, it probably just makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To their long box divers, they have they got used to it.
Yeah, they'd be like, "What is going on?" That's how I felt. All right. Let's see what else. When it comes to when there's a book and a movie, which one do you normally gravitate towards in terms of preference?
That's different if it's a comic book or if that's a novel.
Okay.
If it's a novel, I will probably, depending on if I care that much about that novel, I will read the novel. If I don't care that much about the novel, I'll watch the movie, and then if I dug the movie, I might read the book.
Okay.
With comics, I find that the movies just change so much that it's like, why would I just, if I want to read the comic, I would just read the comic, and then I can watch the movie anytime I want to.
Gotcha.
Because I think, I don't know, like with superhero ones in particular, it's not gonna, I think they're like too different half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched that new Secret Invasion show yet, but I imagine it's not the same, because the whole like crux of it was like Spider-Woman, right?
Yeah.
In the book.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, she's not even introduced yet, so that
Yeah.
probably is completely different, I imagine.
Yeah.
So it's like just a different story with the same hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they do with the movies. There's no way they're gonna follow that that comic
No.
directly, because then they would have to pay the creators that came up with the story. You know, something they don't like to do.
Of course. Why would they want to do that?
I know. My last question for you on my side, and then I'll open it up more to Tom and Mark here if they have any. But my last question is this, and I had this today happen, and you probably heard me. When a customer approaches you and says, "I'm new to comics," what are the top 3 books that you'll recommend?
I loved that. I saw that this morning, and I wanted to ask about it. I looked. I can't wait to do that for people.
Yep.
I love doing that. I usually start with like, what kind of movies did you like and watch? What kind of characters did you enjoy? What kind of like genres of things do you like? And then after that, I'll go like, hey, have you heard this one? And then I'll ask a few more if I need to. Like, are you okay with it being a violent book or a more mature book? Or are you more like, I'd like it to stay like family friendly, or I'd like it to be this? Like, then I can start pinpointing some stuff. If they want like a die in the weeds like recommendation where I don't get anything like that, I usually just say like something pretty like clean and basic. Like I go read the Sam Wilson Captain America book. It's good. That kind of thing. But usually it's like you gotta add like, what kind of stuff do you enjoy reading? There's a lady who came in one time and was like, hey, I'm doing this college class, and we had to read a book. And so I came in and bought this. One of our customers buys from us, is doing that class. Like, so you like Daredevil? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, here's Daredevil 1, a Daredevil number 1. You might enjoy that.
Yeah.
And maybe she did. She never came. She hasn't come back yet, so we'll see.
Oh, dude, come on. You screwed up, man.
Yeah, I might have screwed up. Who knows? I just like, do you like Daredevil? Here's Daredevil number 1.
Boom.
No, I'm just playing, man.
Yeah, that would be. I hope I didn't screw up. Maybe hope she liked it.
All right. Well, I'm going to pass it over to Tom and Mark if you guys have any questions you want to hit Sam with.
Mark, you got one in the chamber or what?
Yeah, one time when you were on Sam, you totally just poured out all your love for Cyborg. I want to know, what do you think of that new series that's going on right now?
I talked a little bit about it in another thing, and on for Rainbow, what it's called, like
The Saturday Night Spoilers.
Yeah, Saturday Night Spoilers. I talked about it, talking about how, at least in the first issue, it's like a lot of retread territory. I'm so mad at my dad for making me a cyborg again. I'm just like, and then he's got the same pathos as he's always had, but it has an interesting like cliffhanger in the first one, and then the second one, it got a lot better.
Cool.
I'm a little like, it's definitely not lasting past the 6 issues, because I don't think the story. I can definitely tell you, it's just it's not hooking as much of a story as like something else would. Like the Green Arrow book is probably going to get extended because it's actually pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of following on the same kind of stuff that Cyborg's been doing, but it is progressing in some other ways. Like his dad, there's a spoiler, so I won't say it.
Ooh.
Takes there's a big leap in his progression.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I mean, I'm gonna read anything with Cyborg in it because it's just what you do.
Yeah.
You're slave to what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. It's like a popcorn read.
All right. Sam, my question for you is, have you ever sold a comic book?
If I ever sold one.
Yeah, have you ever sold one out of your collection?
No, I don't think so. I've rather if I've tried to downsize a little bit, I usually donate.
There it is.
I usually donate to like the Reach Foundation, or I usually just like, hey, does somebody want to read something? Here, you could read this, or I do donate to a library because most of the time you don't really get much back in return. So it's just like, here, maybe someone will enjoy this. I think I did give one book back to Rainbow because just for some store credit, but that's pure nor there.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good question, Tom.
Mark, you got any more?
Just one more question. Just like currently right now, like who are you listening to musically wise? Not who's your favorite of all time, but just currently like 3 artists. Who are you listening to like right now?
You ever guys heard of Wax, or Big Wax is his name otherwise? Kind of he's a California-based guy. He's kind of like, he's weird because he's pretty, like he's underground, but hardly.
Hip-hop?
Yeah, it's a hip hop basically.
Cool.
But he's like right now he's into a lot of like he's really into a lot of bossa nova lately. So I guess I'm listening to a lot of bossa nova lately. Otherwise, I really dig Amigo the Devil. Very good. Very cool. Like I would say like dark country.
Oh, wow.
In it. And then there's what's the third one? What is the third one? I don't know. If you want to listen to some cool Japanese or rock and roll, listen to Man with a Mission.
Okay. Saw
Saw them live one time when they opened for Stone Sour. They were very good. They were better than Stone Sour. Yeah, they're fun. They perform in wolf masks and their eyes glow in the dark. It's tight.
That's sick.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I have a random question bouncing off of that. Are
Okay.
you, when you read comics, can you have background noise?
No,
Same.
unless it's like some very like quiet like dun, 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 like that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
it can't have lyrics, can't have nothing else. It's just
Okay.
even like a podcast, that'd be too much. You got to turn it off.
Yeah, podcast too much. Definitely. I'll do like every once in a while there's a book that the creators make a playlist for, and they're like, listen to this while you read our book. I fucking love that shit, dude.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for it, man, for sure.
Yeah.
That Texas Blood does it. And I've seen it a few other times too. It's awesome though.
Do you ever read? This is a deep cut. Have anybody read web comics at all?
Yeah, of course. I read them.
Have you read Questionable Content?
I don't think so.
It was made in 2003 to start, and it's still going on 20 years later.
Gotcha.
Same guy, and he's like built this little universe for himself. And he, in the end, at the start, when he started writing it, he would talk about what he was listening to while he was writing it and drawing it. And I got a lot of tastes of like some really like early aughts, like alternative indie stuff, like Animal Collective and the Cranberries and the Wrens.
Fun.
So it's like that was kind of cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
If you like weird indie punk stuff, also that's a good comic to read. It's free.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, with that, that's all the questions that I had immediately off the head. You guys are good?
Yeah, man. Let's move it on, John.
Did Sam pass the interview?
That's
The
right.
on-air interview.
You passed. Okay, you
Awesome.
passed the
You're
flying
hired.
Love it.
John failed, and he's still on the show.
I don't know how I made it this far.
Because you created it.
I wanted to really quick lift up local to our show anyways, zine that was created. This is I Can't Swim by Miss Taylor Davis at the Lincoln store. Tom, I have your copy at the store. It was in my pull box and not in yours. So I just wanted to give a shout out really quick to Taylor from our Lincoln store, Rainbow Lincoln. Definitely go check it out. It's amazing. She did sign it for me in the cover, which was super awesome. We got to see each other in Lincoln, and then I saw her at Denver. She was out there too, so it was fun to get to hang out with her a little bit in Denver. So shout out to Taylor. And as someone that's going through the creative process right now of building a comic book, seeing people like Tom and like Taylor just do this, and crush it. And this
It's really
is such
cool.
a neat piece. So Tom, I'm excited for you to see it. So
Yeah, I'm so excited, Taylor. I've been waiting for it. John's purposely not giving it to me, so I can't see it.
But it's literally at the store, so I'll put it in your pull box tomorrow.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, very excited about that. Ken is checking in through YouTube saying Tom loved the backdrop. Totally green screen, obviously. I mean,
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, definitely.
doesn't look like that.
I photoshopped this wagon behind me right there.
There you go. Well done.
Cool. Awesome. Well, with that, we'll go ahead here and talk about some books, I guess. We're going to actually hit up with one book tonight. Tom, are we looking for things we've read or things we bought today?
Well, you can do whatever you want. It's just a lift up is what I was thinking for sure. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's still Comic Book Wednesday. I had a blast going in. I was out of town recently. It was really nice to get back. I had a great 4th of July, by the way. You know, God bless America and, you know, America all the way. And, you know, definitely USA. That's how the comic book crew rolls. So on top of that, had a great time and went down to my cabin and, swam, boated, tubed, shot fireworks off, just had an absolute blast. And I did still have found a bunch of time to draw. I read a bunch. So it was just an all-time banger of a time. And then because of that, I was thinking when I got to the shop today, like maybe you don't even pick anything up, right? You got some stuff that you'll go and check it out, and we'll just kind of see and allow yourself to have a light week unless you got something you have to pick up. And it was a light week. I ended up only getting 3 books. We had The Phantom Road from Jeff Lemire, which was, I want to continue with. And then a new book with Shaky Kane on art. So I wanted to check that out too. But then I got this. So this is the actual book that I wanted to talk about, Fruiting Bodies. This is just a one-shot. It's a abnormal format and size. It's from Silver Sprocket. I've just really been loving all the Silver Sprocket stuff over the last couple years. So it was copyright 2022. So, it might have been out for a while, but it was on the shelf for us this week and I had never seen it. And Silver Sprocket is an indie publisher, right? So they don't do comics a lot of times the way that the other publishers do. So I picked it up and I want to say that it was just a really great book. I was able to breeze right through it in one read, but still got a good meaty story. It's about 2 buddies that are traveling across the country, going to Portland on a road trip. One of their little sisters is coming along with because they met someone that they fell in love with on the internet, and they always they're joking around with them that it's like the second time that they found love on the internet and are driving across the country for this thing. But then it takes a left turn where we go full Last of Us shit, and mushrooms are getting inside people and growing out, and mushroom people are walking and people are growing, and it just I was like, where did this guy? And it ends up being so badass. And definitely not going to spoil the end or anything, but if you flip through the first couple of pages, you totally thought it was going to be this slice of life, road trip little thing, and then it turns crazy fungus horror very quickly. So definitely check it out. Fruiting Bodies. It gets that name because apparently there is that's the part of the mushroom that can have live underground and be all connected to all these different things. I don't know. It seemed wild. Awesome book. Definitely worth I recommend checking out.
Is it a one shot?
Yeah, it's just a one shot. I mean, this is the story. So yeah, this is the book right here. It was $9.99, so it's not a cheap little book or anything, but it definitely is. It's a meaty book. I mean, it was and told a full complete story. So it was great. And you wouldn't want another one. I kind of like this, right? And then I want what would I want from this creator? For them to just make a new book of something, all new stuff, just like this. So yeah, loved it.
Awesome.
All right, who's up next? Come on.
Yeah, pick it.
Johnny's up next.
Am I up next?
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Well, a book I'm really digging here is one. This is actually from a while back, but this is tying into the death of Doctor Strange. This is the Elsa Bloodstone one shot that they did. This is special to me because I just got this remarked at Denver by Maria Wolf Lopez, and so she added in Man Thing and Werewolf by Night. into the bottom portion of that there and signed it for me.
Like she added that like using whiteout. She like drew
Yeah.
whiteout on his cover and
Yeah.
then re-inked out. I mean, how
Jeez.
Yeah. So
That's
it just
awesome.
it looks amazeballs, and I'm really excited about it. And I just love Maria. And I bought some smaller prints from her too. So she threw in a Morbius sketch for me, which I have a Werewolf by
That's
Night sketch too. And so my goal is to do like 4 different characters and like frame it or something cool. So we'll see what we can accomplish there. But yep, that is my book that I want to lift up.
That's so cool, John.
That is pretty cool.
We'll kick it over to Mark, and we'll save Sam for last here. We'll put him on the spot.
Picked up Pink Elephant. This is issue number 1 from Sumerian Comics. Freaking phenomenal. Very just like your summertime horror story, kind of like a Friday the 13th, where people are road tripping. They're going to go stay at a cabin. Along the way, they stop at this gas station. Really creepy old lady working there. And even before you see her come to, I guess, work at this gas station, she's riding her bike and just singing this really eerie song. It's even on the back cover here.
Too creepy.
It's extremely creepy and really freaking good. Really ridiculous though. Probably like I would say the people that are like doing the road trip are probably like early 20s. They steal like a little item from the gas station and they think it's like candy, and then they get to their cabin and they're like, oh, let's check it out, see what it is, and it's like acid. This lady had already freaked them out at the cabin. She like totally freaked them out, so they left, but they're now about to just drop acid just randomly that they had like stolen from this.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and that's when they see
Oh,
Pink Elephant. Yeah, it's trippy, it's crazy, and it's really good.
Amazing.
Did you try to sing the song?
No, I probably better not.
did you try to sing it though? I'm not asking you to sing it. Did you try to sing it though?
No, I did not, man. I tried to. It doesn't really rhyme though. I was like trying.
That's the thing about comics and songs. Like you try to go like, oh, I'm not gonna be right. What's going on here?
Did you read it?
No, I hadn't.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was just kind of intrigued. Is like, if there's a song in it, okay.
Yeah. I didn't even see that book. Did that book come out today, Mark?
Yeah, and it's a smaller book too. As you can see, like compared to another book, it doesn't quite.
Yeah,
if I see that, I'll pick it up somewhere for sure, man. That's awesome.
Really good.
All right, Sam, what you got?
Well, before I put my book, I think Mark and Tom, they need to make me a list of just like a bunch of indie books that I need to like get on, because I need to start reading some more indies, man. Like I had some indies in my life, but then I was like, I pivoted more into the big two. And then I'm just like, I need to read some more indie stuff. Like I was telling Tom, the last one I did was Black Friday, where it just like demons come out specifically on Black Friday to eat the employees. But that was like, give that one a check if you can find that one again. But for my book, I have probably the least cool one, I suppose. So it's funny that we left it for me last. I don't have any like custom designs on mine or some like smaller like ones to shout out. I literally just have Batman Brave and the Bold 2.
Hey, that's okay. I love the covers on those though. That number 1A cover was so sharp, and this one looked really fun. This is
issue 2. I specifically wanted to bring this one out there because I just don't think people are sleeping on it. Because it's just another Batman book. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's just another, like, people are like, oh, another Batman book, whatever. There's 10 million of those. And I get that. But this one's very interesting because it has probably one of like how, of course, it's a Tom King book. But he has there's a story in it where Tom King reimagines the first interaction with Batman and the Joker. And the Joker doesn't talk in it. You know how like in old silent movies they would like cut to just text every once in a while? Mm-hmm. That's how the Joker talks in it. They just like goes like, here's the scene of Joker, and then it goes, did you get the joke? And then next scene. It's like, it's pretty creepy. It's like, oh god, this is actually kind of terrifying. And then it also is an anthology, and Johnny knows this personally, but this has the new reinvention of Stormwatch, and I'm just very weirdly intrinsically tied to anything Stormwatch right now. I'm reading the 90s one as currently, and then I'm also reading this new one. So eventually I'm going to meet in the middle there where I get all the actual good stuff, because apparently the first like 30 issues is nothing to really write home about. But I'm reading those ones, and I can kind of I can kind of agree, but I'm almost like, nope, I'm in it. I'm reading them all.
Hey, it's fun to find those little niche parts of the storylines. I love it, man. That's great. Go all in on Stormwatch. And I didn't know that book was out there. I didn't know Tom King was doing a new storytelling style.
And
And
the
when
art's
I-
amazing too.
Yeah, when I didn't realize that was King. I mean, when I think Brave and the Bold, I think of the cartoon and the fun team ups, one shot team ups. So, yeah, this is cool. I would definitely check that out.
Maybe I can show you like a page here,
Yeah,
like see, like there's a shot and there's the Joker talking.
nice. And doing
It's
9-panel grids. I mean, I
Mhm.
love that shit.
That's like
Alan
Tom
Moore.
King's thing. It's like he's like, do you guys remember Watchmen? I do.
Exactly.
What's funny? I did have a couple of one honorable and then one dishonorable mention. How's
Oh,
that?
let's hear it.
Actually, they're both dishonorable mentions, but
Yes.
we'll do the more sultry one first here. I was filing some Avengers books, and I came across my boy Hercules is the Avenger for Colorado,
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
like, not mad about this and not mad about this. And so I proceeded to purchase this, so that will be probably part of my collection. But DC Comics, the audacity, I was not going to read this event at all. What is this even called? Night Terror's First Blood.
He has.
And then
Actually
you put
really
out
good.
black light covers.
Oh yeah, I
Are
saw that.
Freaking kidding me? And so guess what's going to be lined up real cute in my spinny rack once all these bad boys come out? That's going to look sick.
I got the A cover for that.
Hey,
Oh my gosh, dude.
John, do you have? Oh, nice guys. John, do you have a black light in your room that you could potentially
I do.
turn on and we could give it a shot right now?
I do. I will. I'm gonna actually see if.
Well,
Ken's
we got to
available.
see this now.
Hold up.
Okay.
Ken,
Because I would love
Ken,
to
you-
see if we could get the black light effects live on YouTube. We might be the first. We're breaking news right here, guys.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. I'm messaging Ken right now, and I'm going to turn off this monitor here
Okay.
to get some darkness, and we'll see if this works.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's an experiment, guys. Okay. Bear with us. John's putting the lab together. Okay. The lab is normally baked for reading. Oh,
There
look
we
at
go.
those-
Oh,
Oh,
this is dope.
yeah, dude. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That thing's legit. And then on the back too, it looks
Oh,
pretty sick.
nice.
So I can't get it too close to the monitor because the white light here is stupid. But let me see what
No,
I can
I
do
got
about that really quick. Can I do it through here? No, that's something else. Never mind. Yeah, I don't want to screw with this monitor because I don't know the.
Yeah, don't shut off the broadcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
But
a show.
anyways.
You see it?
yeah, it does look really sick though, and it does actually glow. To answer that question, I will take pictures and I will post them on our social media accounts, which is a
Boom.
great segment to closing the show here. But before we do you guys have anything else you want to lift up or call out? Because there were some cool books. Thank you, Ken.
I just want to say on that note, Night Terrors is actually really good. I've got a lot of the tie-ins. It's a really great horror story. If you love horror and superheroes and actually done well, Joshua Williamson is like over the whole event. It's really good so far.
And it's
Yeah,
like a
smart move
classic
for them to
event
put
too.
Williamson. Yeah.
It's like here's 2 issues of the main thing, and then you can
Yeah.
read whatever characters you like in the event.
Yep.
It's like a classic like Marvel or DC event where they put it all in the annuals or whatever.
Totally. And you know what? DC's always done it a little better than Marvel. So I think it's dope. And those covers are dope. So yeah, go all in,
I mean,
boys.
look at the Batman variant they put out. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's just like
I
a
was
Batman bat
eyeballing
person.
that. I'm thinking about buying it. I don't know. I mean,
That's
we'll
too
see.
scary. John, you got a different variant though too. That was like a blank,
Yeah, the blank cover is like all textured and
it's
cool
like
looking.
textured wall. I don't know. That was also like really aesthetically cool. So,
Yeah.
total, like if you had that, I mean, that's for a blank cover. That's sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm glad to hear that you're liking it, Mark. So have you read all those tie-ins yet
Yeah.
already too? Yes.
Actually really good. There's
It's
going to be
pretty
a
awesome,
ton of
thanks.
tie-ins as well.
Sure.
The 2 issues.
I'll give it a shot. Fine.
Read it. Check it out. I thought that issue you got that was really good.
Oh yeah.
What, the blacklight one?
Yeah.
And,
Like
yeah,
the
and
inside
you're
is actually really good.
Oh,
And
okay.
if you're unsure, there's
So I'd actually read it, Mark?
It's
What
good
the
to
heck?
read, yes.
Ugh. That's
Just
pissed me
saying.
off so bad. All right, I'm just kidding. All right. No. Well, in all seriousness, you guys, excited for a new event. We'll see how it goes. I definitely want to check out the core event book, though, just to see what it's all about, because it kind of blends nicely into things I'm up to this fall. So we'll see. We shall see. Cool. Before we shut down the show, did you guys have anything in general you wanted to lift up? Any movies, TV shows, things that you're working on individually? Nope. No from Tom. That's a chop. That's a chop. Mark? We're shutting it down. Sam?
There's this great fanzine called Spork out there.
Ooh,
You should go read that.
What you know about that?
You should definitely go get that at Rainbow Comics.
Thanks, Sam.
Yep, not a problem.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Sporkzine. Check it out. Shout out to Bamboo Panel Studios. There's this guy on the show that loves working with awesome people and making a cool book. My demo book is also somewhere around here, but my place, this is a war zone right now. There is a comic in the making. I have my own business cards, and I actually look really cute because I have my hair down in it. So shout out to Ashley. She did a really good job on those. But check us out, Bamboo Panel Studios on all the socials. Give us a like and a follow there. And then this Friday is huge for Comics by Night is the new show I'm coming up with for this fall, talking about all the scary comics, mainly Marvel, but I'm open to whatever. We're starting to shoot the opening video for that, which I'm so excited about. And depending how that goes, I also am interested in doing an opening video again for a comic book look, because we've had some gems over the years, complete with green screen magic. So we will see what we can come up with there, because cell phones and everything else, things are way easier now than they used to be. So I guess we'll shut it down though. Again, just to recap, you guys, a huge welcome to Sam, aka the Hot Rod on the Comic Book Look dealership lot. And Sam, thank you for taking time to be with us this evening and hanging out. And we're looking forward to making it a permanent residency for you.
I can't wait. It's gonna be. Thank you for the opportunity, guys.
Heck yeah. Well, you guys, we are a Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. If you're in the Sioux Falls area, come say hi. 42nd and Minnesota Avenue, preferably Wednesday through Saturday, because that's when Sam and I are working. And then if you're in the Lincoln, Nebraska area, come and say hi to the team down there, Taylor and team. They got you covered with those comic book needs, and there's some really cool offerings in there too. We are collectively on the social medias at a Comic Book Look, or use our handles and our names here. Mark is @Mark C. Shelton 1 on Instagram or
Twitter. Mark C. Shelton.
I never get that right.
That's
I'll never get it right. It's complicated.
No worries.
Otherwise, just look us up @John on Demand for myself, @Noelman12, and @Tom Stu Divine. And to get familiar, connect. If you're tuning in through YouTube tonight, because we had a couple of people, join our Facebook group, A Comic Book Look. We'd love to continue the conversation with you there. Hit us with any questions that you have. If there's a book you want us to review and tear up, we're happy to do that as well. But until next time, you guys know the drill. As always, I hit you with the Keep It Comics, and we let Mark say,
Bagging and boarding's never boring.
peace. And then we'll see you guys next week or sometime soon. Yeah. Summer.